This is definitely no malt whiskey, it's grain whiskey. Welcome to Whisky.com, where fine spirits meet. My name is Horst Lüning. I'm the master taster of Whisky.com, and today we have a look at the Kilbeggan, 8 years old, single grain whiskey from Ireland. It's 40% ABV, and this is a whiskey from the Republic of Ireland. A real Irish whiskey. The name Kilbeggan has its origin from the town of Kilbeggan in the very heart of Ireland. And in this town there is the old Kilbeggan distillery situated, and this distillery was founded in 1757. That's quite old. But the distillery lay silent for just a time, I think from 1957 until 2007, when they went into operations again, because the old Kilbeggan distillery was bought by the Cooley's distillery, which is close to the border to Northern Ireland, still resides inside the Republic of Ireland. And this distillery was established in 1988 or 87, I'm not quite sure, when they converted an old pharmaceutical alcohol plant, I think from potatoes, into a whiskey distillery. And this Cooley distillery bought the Kilbeggan, brought them into operation. There are 2 small pot stills in the moment running there. The warehouse operations is running, receives its whiskey mostly from the Cooley distillery, where the space, they built new warehouses as well, but the space is limited, so they bring their whiskey over there. And I have a video from the Kilbeggan distillery. I don't know if it's already with an English tone in it. Let's see. There is a whiskey called Greenor, single grain from the Cooley distillery, and it has the exactly identical bottle than this one, and it just reads Greenor. And Greenor is a deep sea harbor close to the Cooley distillery. There they took the name from. Kilbeggan, single grain Irish whiskey, a unique single grain Irish whiskey, sweet and smooth. This delicate whiskey is produced in small batches to the highest possible quality for your ultimate enjoyment. Well, this is, I think, 100% corn, maize, produced on column stills in, larger quantities. And those casks used for these 8-year-old Kilbeggan are limited. This is right, this is true, limited amount of casks, but the production method is volume. They also have pot stills at the Cooley distillery, and there you have small batches. That's true. But this Kilbeggan should be produced on the huge column stills. Cooley distillery, Riverstown, Dundalk, County Louth, Ireland. With color. They write it on the front label. That's honest. Okay. Drop. This is definitely no malt whiskey, it's grain whiskey. It has a slight note of perfume, like lavender. Definitely sweet. And in the back there's some, a bourbon character. But the fresh American oak casks are missing. There's less vanilla, less caramel, some fruit from the corn, sweetness, and a hint of alcohol. Well, only 40% ABV, and it's quite a smooth whiskey. quite sweet, so the alcoholic note is able to pass. Bitterness attacking, yeah. So after 8 years of maturation in reused bourbon casks, there's some bitterness coming up. That are the tannins from the staves of the cask. Alcoholic note, yes. Fruitiness is going. So this is probably no good whiskey for savoring neat. Adding to a cocktail, to whiskey coke. Something like this, where this spiciness, this bitterness can have an impact on the total flavor, especially when the cocktail is sweet. But for drinking neat is, yeah, quite an effort. Thank you very much for watching. There's more to come. Hopefully an older Kilbeggan will reach my cask here. There was a 18-year-old Kilbeggan available, a blend, very interesting one. There's a cheap blend on the market called Kilbeggan. It's popular in Europe, but that one is also not produced in the Kilbeggan distillery, but in the big Kool-Aid distillery. So have a look and see. Have a look at our whiskey database, where you will find these and equivalent or bottles with different ages of Kilbeggan, and probably some people already have given in some tasting notes. Thank you for watching.